this episode of Dude After Dark. This will be an episode of me getting pissed off with post-election results and, well, we can all stand by and, well, we'll talk about things, okay? Potentially some coarse language may be used, so, get the kids, grandma, and everybody else out of the room! Hey folks, Dude here, coming again, another edition of Dude After Dark, this one of course being the naughty edition, and I gotta tell you what, man, I'm looking at things as it is right now, and obviously we find ourselves in the wayside shape and, you know, looking at the election process. We have definitely entered into the no-no zone. No-no zone. Yeah, we're definitely in the no-no zone. So this one, obviously, I said, you know, I'm going to be not safe for work here, so I'm going to be completely not safe for work, okay? If there's any sack of shit currently in public office, I truly hate his fucking guts, it would definitely be Mitch McConnell. There is nobody else I would really rather see out of power would be, well, obviously, Mitch McConnell. There is just nobody who profiles himself further as a suck-up, wannabe inside the Beltway, cocktail, liberal, cocksucking, piece of shit politician.
Fuck you, asshole.
Yes, thank you, Arnold. If there's anybody that truly just bemoans the fact of their expertise at sucking up to the politicians on the other side of the aisle, it is Mitch McConnell. So, where do we find ourselves politically right now? I don't know if I would say it's hugely a massive win by the Republicans or a massive loss by the Democrats. You know, obviously the Herschel Walker thing's still going on right now. Him and Warnock, you know, it's going to be a runoff election in Georgia. There is some other ones that are floating around. I think Hawaii just got decided. I think Alaska still is counting or whatever. You got to remember, Alaska's a big place with not a lot of people, so the election process out there is a little bit, well, different. So, time in which we find ourselves in this, you know, election cycle. I don't want to make this video too terribly long and bemoan the fact, but essentially, there's a few things I want to point out. Number one, Donald Trump, shut the fuck up. I just found out the other day, if there's a presidential candidate and a vice presidential candidate, both those gentlemen cannot reside, or gentlewomen, whatever you're supposed to call them at this point, but essentially two entities who live in the same state cannot run on the same presidential ticket in 2024. So, it's either going to be one or the other, and if you want to know my preferential status right now, I'm thinking younger guy who shows he can run the fuck out of a good-ass state like Florida, versus somebody who basically ran, created a whole bunch of pissy people, created a whole bunch of, you know, drama and bullshit. Trump might not be the guy. Also, you have the hard and true fact he is not a young guy anymore, and he's going to be probably towing like 80 when he's going to be running again in 24. Yeah, he might be a vibrant individual, he might get some people elected, but is he going to be a good president secondarily? I don't think so. And of all those things, well,
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Well, I don't know about that one, sound guy, but truly, he really, truly just...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, I think he really, truly did fuck up. He needs to shut the fuck up and stop talking shit about Ron DeSantis, because Ron DeSantis right now has an eminently enviable record on running the state of Florida to the point where people in the blue states are going, ah! And they're running down to him and moving into his state. In all the states of the union right now, the only state that has solid real estate situations is Florida. Even with all the hurricanes and everything else, it is the only state in the union right now that is currently doing good for real estate. Everybody else is like, wow, my inventory of selling houses is like flat. Nobody wants to build houses right now because they don't know if they're going to sell. Never mind the fact you're also talking interest rates which are towing 7-8%. Yeah, because they know right now everything is just pretty much, yeah, financially it is full on absolute piles of huge piles of caca. So, where do we find ourselves right now in terms of the election process? If you look at things, essentially the Republicans should get the House. 90% sure they're going to get the House. It's going to be a toss-up whether they get the Senate or not. Now, here's the thing that works out for Americans. Gridlock is good. Two houses in opposition to one another means nothing gets done. Nothing gets done means your rights don't get fucked with. It means you do not lose your liberties because they can't do shit. However, because they can't do shit, they can't stop the fucking assholes that started the problem off in the first motherfucking place, so we're in the same boat for the extended time period. However, I'll take a do-nothing Congress over a bunch of assholes fucking up the process on a daily basis and saying how great it is because they're now doing it only to the Republicans. Motherfuckers, you're doing it to all of us. And I don't care what party you're from, because I was one of 4 libertarians in Baltimore City when I resided there. I think the independents right now truly need to join forces and tell both these parties to knock it the fuck off, or we're going to take you out of power and replace you with somebody who's more centrist. Because you do polling in the United States, and essentially what you come up to being is people tend to go slightly more socially liberal, but they go conservatively, financially to the right. They don't go, oh yeah, I got to have this right, that right, all these other things taken care of, blah, 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 but the government should fix all this other bullshit. The problem is right now the genie's out of the bottle and everybody wants the government to do fucking everything for them because they don't want to do a damn thing for themselves because they're too fucking lazy. That's where we are in normal society, so you don't really have to covet that, but you do actually have to possibly be charitable to some degree with that, which fucking sucks. But it is what it is, because the kids nowadays go, oh yeah, it's so great that the government fixes X, Y, Z, and PDQ. Never mind the fact they get a college degree that doesn't do a fucking thing for them, except they are completely hosed now for a few $100,000 that, oh yeah, they can't pay for because the jobs don't pay shit, and they're living in their parents' basements. Fuck that noise. There's better things we could be doing with our lives, our country, and for each other. You do not indebt your kids and your kids' kids, simply saying that you can spend money like drunken sailors, excuse the drunken sailors, you can spend money like drunken sailors propping up bullshit that doesn't need to have happen. There's no way in the world that any of the Republicans should have gone with any of these spending bills. They just put us another couple $1 trillion in debt. Okay, if you look at what the country earns per year, it's about $4 trillion. Why is the motherfucking American budget $7 trillion? $3 trillion in arrears. Oh yeah, on top of other loans we're paying for. Pretty soon you're going to reach a point of equilibrium where our interest rates are extrapolating higher and higher, and that money that we have to pay down from past loans, we cannot afford to pay the debts. Then we go into default, and the other countries go, yeah, that's nice. I like that state over there, These 4 states over here, we're going to take everything that's in there to pay off your debts. Because here's their little secret. The American public has about $30 trillion, and the country supposedly is only $30 trillion in debt. So if you extract every single amount of any amount of money that the American public has for any of our ownings, and you use that against the debt, you would even us up? Slight problem. We didn't spend the fucking money. Our assholes in government did. Time to fix that problem really hardcore. The independents might be the solution and the fix for the problems that we're currently having. The only downside right now is, unfortunately, the independents tend to go more than a bit too far to the left. Could you school them and possibly show them the error of their ways? Possibly. I think an actual better solution might be the Libertarian Party, but the Libertarian Party always seems to have this moment of brilliance where they go, yeah, we want this person to run for XYZ office. Cool. You gonna make him dog catcher and work him up the chain? No, we want him to be president. It doesn't work like that. They really, truly don't get it. All right, folks, I'm going to break up with this one. Eco Capturing, as always, you know it, you love it. This one being a shorter, potentially more spicy episode of Dude After Dark. This election process, I think, was complete and total bullshit, but it is what it is, so we're stuck with it. All right, I'm going to break up this one, folks. Eco Capturing, as always, you know it, you love it. Get a gold star attendance. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will catch you guys next week. normal time period. See you guys.